Hi everybody, welcome to session 88 of Materia D&D, where we play D&D our way. Previously, in the last few sessions, the Menagerie have found their way down in a underground portion, basically a sewer system, near this unidentified tower that they had found in Green Hill that apparently had no doors, windows, or visible entry points. It did get uncovered that there was some side entrances, and the Menagerie had took it upon themselves with the happenings of what is going on in Green Hill, especially with the Mother of Bounties, the Hags, and recently discovered a cache of Zarya's trophies from all various types of creatures and entities, that it was time for the Menagerie to scout it out. Using Pebble and using Dragnar's barbarian totem warrior features to be able to work and see through creatures, they managed to scout this underground network of sewers, and they found Zarya. And they also found Dragnar's, and shockingly to no one, the deceased skinned remains contorted into a throne of his fair brother. Uh, the Menagerie did fight their way down into the underground network, dispatching fairly easily of the goons that were sent to impede them, stop them, and with some quick preparations, most notably that consisted of Davis consuming the potion of Cloud Giant Strength, causing his skin to go from that grayish, natural orcish hue, half-orc hue that he has, to more of a like a milk white, violet kind of color, kind of representing the Cloud Giants. His normally jaundiced eyes going into almost a light purple-like feature. And of course, his, I don't know what you want to call it, not affliction, but whatever you want to call it, I'm going to call it an affliction, or his exposure to the unformed maze, the steam of the mist, were somewhat forming an actual cloud around him. As he continued to get injured through the combat. And then, secondly, most notably, is Dregnar, our who is probably the most attached to the curtain to certain current circumstances. There we go, English, that's a thing. He had a brew of taming, which is derived from the attempts to replicate what the Order of the Lycans blood hunters use to go through their ritual and their process of becoming one. Seemingly had no effect at the beginning, but as the conflict continued, he began to exhibit more feral features, which is an interesting clash with his prideful beard that Rock had inflicted upon him with the Hag's Comb. The Menagerie, confronting Zarya, were held, well, Dregnar was held at bay somewhat effectively by her magical lash, and eventually she began to conjure, call, reanimate. I don't know what you guys think she's doing. Some of the trophies, which were essentially their essences, were seemingly locked or fixed to elements of value that came from certain entities. And not to name all of them, but there was a fleece mane lion with a beautiful fleece, and then the entity seemed to kind of like spectrally emerge from the fleece. There was the multicolored disco-like shell of the flail snail, and there was the red spines from a little basilisk. After a grinding confrontation where random, well, like a quite literal menagerie of trophies were fighting a menagerie of players, the menagerie seemed to take the upper hand as Zarya bamfed over to the ethereal, Davis giving chase. However, Davis realized that she was quite prepared for escape and speedy. However, with their struggle, uh, her pelt-like cloak fell to the ground, and basically picking up with everyone back on the material, the narrowscape, bits and pieces of the trophies just scattered about, blood, still pumping and raging. Y'all are in various states of wellness. And of course, Pebble is amongst the spirits right now. So, if anyone's got any questions or that, what would you like to do?
We have her whip too, right? I think Dagnar
You
has
have her
that.
lash.
Yeah.
Lash is on the material.
Yeah,
The pelt is
I have
on.
that.
Yeah. So, yes. The pelt is technically not with you guys.
Yeah, it's like right here.
Yeah, but it's on the other side. So,
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
you never, collected it. So, but
Do I
I might as well.
do I still technically have blink going to where I might accidentally still pop over?
I'll say even if you don't, like you have like the tail ends of it, so yeah, you can.
I mean, if I could, I might grab it
Yeah.
if I
I'm
get
not
over
gonna
there.
make you roll. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll.
Okay.
You manage to force your way over, and then yeah, it's a it's kind of difficult right now to determine what beast or it's from, but it's this beautiful, well, relatively beautiful white large pelt that, like if I recall, it kind of had like the bestial skull that was used as a clamp, and it kind of went across the chest where it fastened. So, all right. So, Menagerie, what y'all doing?
Well, I'm still under the effects of the taming brew, correct?
You are, yeah. So you and Davis are both under effects of both of your potions. That has not changed.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of like breathe, like I'm breathing hard, like an animal that just got done with a battle, but still looking for something else, and I'm gonna walk towards my brother's pelt.
Okay. So as you start kind of taking your steps forward towards it, you realize just the scent is still familiar as you're kind of breathing in heavily. While the look is, by all accounts, gaudy, um, you're able to see kind of past that, and you still see the form and what was your brother. Um, Go ahead and roll me a, call it a nature check. Yeah, nature check is good for this.
14.
14. Okay. Um, are you? I guess I should ask. Like, are you approaching it with any intent or purpose, or?
Well, he's it's kind of like the conflict right here. He wants it to be his brother, but he's not sure, so he's kind of hesitant, but he's also kind of
Okay,
impatient to figure out what's going on. So
understood.
just a lot of emotion going on right now.
Understood. So we're going to, because discretion and stuff. DM's discretion. So the potion, if it's really is starting to kind of mess with your, we'll say your dwarven senses, right? You are becoming very, very feral and very wild, and you haven't realized this, but as a visual for everybody else, Fegnar is about a foot, uh, maybe 15 inches, taller, including with ample the appropriate weight added to him as well, and like muscle and fury. Uh, Go ahead and roll me one of those wisdom saves that's associated with the taming brew.
18.
18. All right. You're able to act as you wish. The pelt, though, it's not just a pelt, right? It is this it's a throne that is essentially, you're not sure, but definitely has the familiar sense, the same visual browns and fur-like tones of your brother. Uh, the skull that is used kind of atop, where the headrest is, while maybe not alive, definitely is in that very creepy way familiar.
Okay, once I get next to it, I will tentatively like reach my hand out and just kind of make contact with like the arm or whatever that's in front of me of the chair and just kind of,
Sure. Yeah, and part of it is like I'm actually kind of curious, like where you imagine, if there's any like specific visual you have of this.
Well, what I think is like the arms that would be on the chair, like
Hmm?
that's like his forearms. Like if you think about it, you're
Okay.
looking at his chest, and that's what you sit down on, and his
Okay.
forearm is coming out as the arms of the
Sure.
chair, and then his paws are down, as the front
Yeah,
set of the chair.
I like it. Yes. So you kind of reach out and you kind of very hesitantly touch it, and then you kind of instinctively kind of recoil, and almost like animalistically, nothing happens. Reaching back out, he's been gone for a while, but the fur is still, you know, we'll say, for lack of a better term, pristine. There is no smudges or dirts. It still smells not of, death and of a sewer where it's been who knows how long. It still smells of the cave. It still smells of your brother. It's still soft. Uh, it's very, in a very sick way, kind of comforting and homey, just being around him again.
Okay, so because of the taming brew and the animalistic, I'm going to do like, when animals that get reintroduced to one another, they do the nuzzle. That's what everyone will see me start doing, is start nuzzling the fur.
Okay. All right, actually, that's a good point. We'll jump over to what everyone else is doing in this moment. Davis, you've kind of stepped through, collected the shoulder pelt, and back. You're already on this side. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna kind of move towards Al and be like, Al, did you do that to Dragnar?
Sorry, what was Dreknar? Say one more time.
Did you do that to Dragnar? Is that like one of your like you turned him into an animal polymorphs?
No, that one's not me. I saw him drink something when I tried catching up with him. I don't know if potions can do that. Wasn't a healing potion at least.
No, but yeah, he definitely he handed me one and he drank one himself. I guess that's what
Well,
it
how come
is.
you don't look like that? It wasn't the same, clearly.
No, no, no. But mine was pretty awesome. I liked it.
Davis does look different. Keep that in mind. Not Dregnar turning into X-Men esque like Sabretooth, but he is, his skin hue is different. It's kind of this purplish tone. His veins, where they are kind of bulging, you can almost see like almost like a neon purple kind of glow. His eyes are even taking up like a soft purple. And Davis, remind me, you were pretty battered, right?
Yep.
At some point.
I'm
Yeah.
currently very battered.
Yeah. So that the effects of the maze causes him to mist and steam. It's quite literally forming a cloud around him, like above him. It's kind of like this cloud is just kind of growing.
Um, I'll just like reach out and like kind of just tentatively just touch Davis. You okay? You don't look great either.
I'm pretty beat up. But I mean, I feel weirdly good, but yeah, no, I'm tired. But I feel like I could
Yeah.
take on a lot of things, man. Like I feel powerful.
Okay, as long as you're okay. Weird, but and as I'm touching him, I'm gonna throw a level
Yeah.
cure wounds on him.
Yeah. And just by like that little bit of interaction, Rock again, not for the sake of making you do rolls, and because you understand innately kind of arcane and all that, and you're just looking over. Yeah, he's very much under the effects of cloud giant strength. Like you're starting to get it. Like this is a physical manifestation of what the potion will do to somebody. So
Okay. Yeah. Then I was gonna like quietly, not like sneakily, but just like tentatively walk towards Dragnar.
gotcha.
Dragnar, you okay there, buddy? Can you understand us?
At first, Adam, I'll turn and I'll growl, and then I'll take control of myself and like, yes,
Okay. Uh, do you need anything from us?
not right now.
Okay.
And then I go back to nuzzling the fur, very animalistically.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just explore the room then.
Gotcha. Anyone else doing anything right now?
I'm going to put my I'm gonna sheath my like glowing light blade thing. I forget what the fuck.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because you
Your
saw,
sand
yeah.
dagger or whatever the
Yeah,
heck it
because
was.
and it's still in concentration until I put it away, but it has a blinding effect if I put it away in front of everybody. So I'm gonna sheath it first, and then turn off the glow stick.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna heal myself once. First
Okay.
level cure wounds for 11.
All right.
Nice.
Some of that, that self-induced warmth. Feels good.
Yeah,
I'll actually take the cloak and just kind of throw it down with all the rest of this stuff. And so rather than keep it on my person, just
The
be like,
scattering.
yeah.
Got it. So yeah, as you are kind of taking in the visual of what is like strewn about on the floor, the creatures that you had dispatched of, there is no physical remnants short of what appears to be the trophy that was collected. So there's teeth and fleece. There's tendrils. Uh, Again, kind of, if you have any question, there's like leathery pairs of wings. There's some skulls. There's some horns, shells, etc.
Are they notably damaged, or are they in per se trophy condition, display condition?
Go ahead and just for the sake of it, go ahead and give me an investigation check. I mean, obviously, it's very easy to tell, but I'll give you something
I'll
as
help
well.
him if I can.
Sure, Davis, you're kind of investigating, kind of pointing out things at the same time. Go ahead, Al.
I got a nat 1 for a total of 4.
Advantage. He helped you. Or did you roll double nut
Oh,
ones?
no. Okay, that's a 12 total.
So, I mean, yeah, it looks short of what you understand of these pieces. Trying to think of like one that you had dealt with besides the Gorellon a lot. Oh, the other one, like the Lucrata, is on the other side because it was. But yeah, as you're kind of looking, the immediate what's close to you, like the fleece mane and the kind of bleepus head. Yeah, like they seem in good condition.
Hmm, nice. I just want to add that Al does seem a little on edge. He still has his buckler up, and when talking to people, he won't maintain eye contact. He's a little shifty-eyed, a bit battered after the last battle.
Part doesn't help
You
that
all.
two of your friends like look very different and are acting kind of different.
There's a lot going on right now. Even after quiet, there might be some roaring from down the tunnels.
Actually, quite Al, you're kind of like looking around and listening. You hear like some tumbling as some of the debris off to the side is just kind of moving, just kind of falling, and you kind of turn and look, and after a brief like tense moment, nothing emerges. It just seems gravity doing its work.
Hey, Davis, I think. So we had to run from one of them. I'm a little, I don't know, just help me keep an ear out if you can.
Wait. Oh, that's okay. There's still one out there?
Think so.
Huh. Okay.
At least we didn't take care of him.
Yeah, no, I'll keep an eye out, I guess. She's gone though. I guess I hadn't really had a chance to tell everybody. Yeah, she booked it, and there was just no way I was gonna keep up. She's much faster than I am. She knows this place way better than I do. I was afraid with all the stuff that showed up here that you guys, would need some help, so I decided to stick around and fight. But she's gone. But she's clearly doing something like with the hags or something, because she, that's not something that most people could do, right? So
I didn't even get a chance to see her. You're saying she shifted?
yeah,
When?
yeah, you know how like I do.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but like I don't know. It seemed like effortless for her, and she seemed to like know her way around when she was over there. She just kind of booked it immediately, knew where everything needed to be, and just was like, took off. Didn't even give me a chance to stop her. So
Of
That's
course, she would run away.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, that same thing happened with that swarm hag, right? When we had her cornered on the roof, and then she did her swarm thing, and she ran as well. So if there's one good thing is we've got them scared, but I don't know how we're gonna catch them.
They're most slippery, though. I'll give them that.
I mean, we got her stuff at least, right? Seems like she's pretty attached to it. I don't know if that, means anything.
Davis, go ahead and just give me at a general glance. You're looking over the things. Trying to think. You know what? Give me a intelligence check. However, due to some of the things that you had dealt with in your previous interactions with before the menagerie, something might kind of jump out at you.
Okay.
Sure.
That's a 3 for a total of 2.
Okay.
Wait,
With advantage?
Oh no, no advantage.
Yeah,
It's a 13 for a total of 12.
13 as well. Um, you yourself are not familiar with the odds and ends of the trade, but looking at some of the things and trying to think of like one that might have been justified, but we're just gonna go with the fleece mane because that one's easy. But yeah, some of these bits of these creatures, these trophies, uh, definitely you yourself maybe did not, but some of the people that you associated with yourself with did transport these and did sometimes steal these from other individuals because of their value
Okay.
and what they can be used in. So there is a lot of potential with some of the stuff that's left here if applied correctly.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just say. I mean, man, if Barb were here, he'd probably know how to fence this stuff. Or maybe Issa's one. I don't know. But like this stuff, I mean, I don't know all of these things, but a lot of these things are pretty worthwhile. I mean, pretty valuable to the right people.
Stuff you'd find in a thieves' den, yes.
Yeah, or like odd trader, like just odd antique trader types that just have like a very specific wants for certain types of things. You really do need to find the right people. It's not, you can't just kind of take it anywhere. But you know, if you know the right people, it's worth some coin, I think.
I don't know such people, so
Yeah, this is where I wish Marb was here. I
unless
think he
there's
would know
something
them.
truly useful, I'm not sure I'll find any use here.
I think we could.
Hopefully one of our friends can.
Actually, just to make sure, um, I like to cast detect magic on myself and get a closer look, just to make sure they're ordinary and there's nothing lingering.
Okay, I can appreciate that.
That are safe to take.
Yeah, no, I get it. So as you kind of light up, go ahead and mark off that spell
Especially
slot.
since Zarya's cloak is here now too, so that'll be good.
Yes.
Is it blinding?
So much magic.
So, Davis and Dragnar, because of the effects of the potion, Davis's cloud is very magical right now. Davis and Dragnar give off some magic. Um, trans
Transmutation.
Transmutation. Thank you. God, I was gonna say transmogrify, and I'm like, that's the wrong word. Transmutation, heavily. There is no lingering what you would consider like magic to animate these trophies or these bits. So that's all diminished. The pelt and the lash, the pelt on the ground and the lash around Dragnar's on his belt, amongst your various other magic items, definitely give off a strong magical thrum.
What's the
I
school
think
on
what
the
else is in this
pelt,
room?
if there is one?
Huh?
The school on the pelt, just out of curiosity.
Abjuration.
Ah, okay, interesting.
And the closest one to be would be abjuration. Yeah.
Davis, one, are you okay? And two, I'll point at Dragnar in his B style form. Can you do that very often? Without harm?
That's new. We should check on him. I'm okay for now, assuming something else isn't coming, and then I kind of look back down the way we came, where Al
I just
had some...
noticed that you're like apparating. The cloudy.
Yeah, that is, and I'll kind of look up like that is a little more extreme than usual, or just different, I guess. Seems harmless.
With the spooky magic vision, I can't see you behind a cloud anymore. It is dense.
Oh, you've got that. Okay, yeah, your eyes, yeah. Oh, huh, cool. There's nothing I can control about it, I don't think.
As long as you're okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm beat down, like most of us, I think. But I feel okay. I feel pretty good.
Well, if you go to check on Dragnar, I will
Yeah.
come with you.
Sej, for the sake of it, give me a medicine check real quick. You're discussing with Davis. Is he total? Nice, yeah. Not necessarily your cup of tea of medicine, but you're starting to notice that all that steam and mist that is coming off of Davis is actually what's forming the cloud. Do you understand it? No. But it's Davis's cloud. It's definitely Davis's cloud. So.
Yeah, I was trying to think it out, but I trust him, so I'm not gonna pry.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he's okay, that's really what matters to me.
Understood. I can respect that.
I'm also fairly hurt myself, so it's not like I'm clear-headed to like do a thought project or anything.
I know. Yeah. I was just letting you know. Sej would be like, "Oh, that's him." Okay.
Definitely seen like the cloud of like recovery like sweat, and I had a similar situation just with sunlight. So I don't think too adverse of it.
All right.
Battle
Ragnar, are you
situation
there?
is
Yes,
very
you are.
unique though.
Hey, which animal was the snail?
Which one was the snail?
Which?
Yeah, which parts are snail parts?
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
didn't put
sorry,
it.
I didn't write them down. They would be right around here where it was exploded, and it's like that spiraling seashells. Have you ever seen them when they break a little bit? They still kind of keep that spiral. It's a large chunk, well over the size of your head, of like the top of a spiraling shell, and it's very like reactive to light. It's got this like modern. It's got like the disco ball quality to it. And
Take it, because I don't like the snail. He killed Pebble.
right, you have if you do take it, go ahead and add flail snail shell to your inventory.
Flail snail chef. Got it. And I'm not like announcing it to anyone, nor am I trying to hide it. I just go find it, pick it up, and dash it in the bag.
Awesome.
Was there anything?
Okay, guys, are we gonna be here for a while? Because I want to get Pebble back.
How long do you need? You need like a while, huh?
We need an hour. You guys want to like hang out for an hour?
I don't. I mean, she might come back. I don't know.
If she comes back, can we kill her? How's everyone doing? I'm kind of hurt. Maybe we shouldn't stay here.
I'm prepared to follow you either way you go.
I mean, if we have the dome, even I don't know if she could get through that. Maybe she can. I don't know. She's got hag stuff going on, so I don't know what exactly she's capable of.
We need to find out whether it's just a boon or she is one of them.
Yeah, she very well could be, huh? Oh yeah,
I'd wager she's one of them.
yeah, she did seem pretty confident in taking on us, even though I think she knew we killed a whole coven. So she's either really foolish, which I don't think she is given what we've seen, or she is a hag.
I was gonna say she didn't seem too afraid to die, but that would be wrong because she just ran away.
Yeah. I don't know if it was
I'm not
fear,
sure.
but she certainly wasn't looking to die here, I don't think.
I had a similar ordeal that Al here did. I got caught up back there and got to this battle a little late.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah, that one did get away from us. I'm not sure where it went, and I'm not sure if it has a range or
I can't imagine
went
it would
away
want
with our
to come back
adversaries.
here.
I'm not sure.
You just kind of hear echoing, just distantly echoing through the network tunnels down here.
That's just Paul. He's really mad that he lost the gorilla. That's all.
You ever have one of those feelings where we have a greater problem, but you know you're gonna have to go deal with that problem later?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you weren't with us for Volpine. Yeah, no, there's like all sorts of shit that we never figured out up there.
Mm-hmm. And all those pieces keep moving.
Well, hopefully there will be an adventurers guild to contract us for that one. But hey, it's an insider job.
All right. As you guys are having this kind of discussion, Dregnar, the world kind of just tunnels in on this familiarity, this comfort, this love and appreciation for your brother, as well as this horrible sense and feeling of what had actually been done to him. But you're lost. Like you don't recognize your friends are here. You're just in this embracing nuzzle, right? Um, as you're kind of just, I don't know the right expression. Like I'm trying to think, like what is it? As you feel the familiarity, as you sense this familiarity, um, there you you hear kind of the voice um, transmit to you, and it's you found me.
Okay, I'm assuming I feel the familiarity, but I've never spoken to my brother.
Not that you recall, like however, um, your memories of a child is you're always right able to communicate with him, but you weren't necessarily aware of how you were communicating with him, right? But yeah, definitely you. There is even in that there is a familiarity in this detached voice.
I'll say if I would have known, I would have found you sooner.
Mm. There was no way to know. After all, you don't even know what I am, who I am.
You're my
Other
brother.
than, well, I'm much more than just a brother. However, you are more than just, well, what do they call you now? Dregnar?
Yeah, and Davis, to answer your question, I would be speaking out loud. I don't know if you can hear the side of my brother's conversation, though.
You just hear him talking to the chair,
Okay.
essentially. Right now, at least. I mean,
I
maybe
would
something
definitely
different.
mutter to Sedge like, nah, this is not exactly normal.
I'm gonna like stand behind him and watch.
Same.
All right. Yeah. So, Mr. Dregnar, you'll he's like, you you were a child, and you there was a familiar nature to you, one that you perhaps are still uncovering. I've been, while physically no longer here, resting in the subtle realms. Uh, just for the hell of it, give me an Arcana check. Or religion, actually. It can be Arcana or religion. Your choice.
Well, my Arcana was a 1.
Okay. It doesn't matter. You subtle realms straight by you. Doesn't matter. All right. It is good to know you are okay. And it is good to know that my previous intervention here was, well, taken positively.
So
That
that was you in the tunnels.
mm, a I was somehow able to know you were in danger. You are my brother, and our connection is strong. Uh, Go ahead, Dragnar. This won't be too, but go ahead and just give me a perception check, and because you're in such close proximity, go ahead and do it at advantage. Is it totals?
19.
19, yeah. So the entire time, like while you're kind of discussing with him, you're still kind of running your hands along the fur and um, not even maybe realizing what you're doing. You're just kind of like instinctively making yourself comfortable, and you're having a conversation with your brother that you haven't seen in many, many years. And you run your hand and you find along the fur like 2 points where your fingers are able to just kind of insert through the pelt. And you just know that these are arrow holes. And as you kind of do that, the voice is, he was prepared. She knew what she was sending the hunters for. My sweet brother, you realize, I hope, that I was no simple beast.
I am starting to understand that now.
Well, I was in those woods, that cave, that heart of materia for many hundreds of, well, years as you were to track it. Like the things I am surrounded by, everything here has a special purpose or is different by nature. Somehow, the legend and the lores of a beast that remains caught this one's attention, and she figured it out. Cowardly enough not to face me on her own, but smart enough to make preparations for them. So, I should ask, what's everyone doing while Dregnar's talking to the chair?
I think he's got an audience.
I noticed that what the conversation that I was heading into was a private one, so I've kind of frozen in time, right where I'm at.
Okay.
I'm just
Well,
waiting
I'm-
for Ehun to like break it off or finish, and then I'm just gonna check on him. But yeah, I'm letting him have his conversation. Why not?
Gotcha.
I'm 100% standing behind him.
Gotcha.
We've been doing some small things in chat though, like
No, I get that. I'm focusing on being Dregnar's brother right now.
yeah.
I was gonna hold off on the spell. He's trying to gauge what's going on right now.
The feral man with the pride beard talking to a bear chair. I get it. It's not something you see every day. Uh, so, brother, it does appear you have, well, surrounded yourself by some semblance of a family.
Yes.
Do you protect them?
Yes.
Seems you are much more like I was. Protector. I presume. Oops, Jones. Hey, Jones. Hey, Boogie. They don't need to see your
Chaos.
chaos ensues.
Hail Joe.
Yeah. Hail Jones, the bestest one. Well, I believe my connection with you is strong enough that I will make it not a one-sided conversation amongst your friends. And Dregnar, you feel the chair it is not jumping and rocking around, but it is subtly starting to kind of move and shift, and you kind of step back, and all you kind of see him stepping off or getting off, and I cannot select it because all the words are in the way. There we go. A apparition of a oversized, just enormous bear takes form in the the spectral blues and light greens. Those of you that were at the maze recognizes this color combination. And all of you see massive spirit.
Is this what you were talking to?
Yes, this is my brother.
And those of you keenly astute will notice that the image reflects many, many arrows stuck in its being.
I didn't catch it. Many what?
Many arrows. It seems like the image that the spectral image that he is sharing with you or operating as, it's got many basically manifested like spectral arrows, just kind of showing you the state that he was in.
Step forward and hold my hand up and say, "Hi, Ragnar's brother. I'm Rock. I'm his friend. Sometimes he gets mad at me.
Walk.
Do we all hear them respond to Rock?
Yeah, you see it.
Wow. Whoa. Okay. He's so.
When that happens, Adam, I realize that he's talking to everyone. I'll introduce everyone.
Gotcha. As you go to speak the words, go ahead and give me another one of those wisdom saves. You are still in a feral state, my friend.
18.
Yeah, you're crushing it, man.
Wise.
You're able to keep your Dragnar about you. How do you introduce him?
This is Rock, master of the mystic arts, and a minor annoyance to me every single day.
A little brother, as it were.
Yes. This is Davis, one of the strongest of the group. Don't mind that he's a half orc. He's a good guy.
What?
And I kind of smirk at you because I'm recollecting the whole mother orc thing.
Yeah.
This is Allegretto, soon to be a world-renowned bard. Sej, a cleric of light, follower of the sun. And this is Keros, recently met, but a worthy companion.
To all of you, I am Dragnar's kin. I am. And forgive me because I don't know how you like to pronounce his name. Is it Aragros?
Aragros.
Aragros, yeah. In my most recent life, Aragros.
So you're not alive.
No. But I am not so easily vanquished.
Clearly.
I am Aragros, the hibernating one.
I'm gonna do an elegant bow, as in very respectful.
He actually,
my gentle spectral beast.
yeah.
I'm so happy to have met you.
His spectral head, which is, I don't know, 7 feet across, maybe. I mean, he's massive. Does a dip. Bows to you as well. He's like, and you, sun touched Fresh.
While those two are talking, I'm gonna mage hand and see if I can get the arrows out of him.
As you go, just your mage hand is kind of. He's appreciated.
What?
This is allow me, and he just kind of. You see him just kind of crack. Not like you don't hear a visible rate, but he just kind of moves, and his battered form takes on a more what you remember him as, Dragnar. Essentially, as perfect of a bear as possible. Like perfectly symmetrical, enormously large. There is not a visible flaw, which going back on your memory, Dragnar, you get something. But everyone, go. I'm not gonna make out, but make any nature check or anything. But like, bears tussle, bears protect, bears do this. They tend to pick up injuries and scars and stuff. Yeah, he's perfect.
Your brother is so cool. I'm gonna draw him, and I start sketching him.
So yeah, like giving you a sense, probably standing on all fours at the shoulders, 15 feet, maybe a little bit more tall.
Damn.
He's a big bear. Any of you that are trained in nature, you realize that no way that this was a natural bear. This is. But Dragnar was a kid, so it makes sense that maybe he didn't realize this.
So wait, where? So did Zarya kill you?
She sent many to my cave. She herself did not strike the final blow, but she equipped them with the proper tools necessary.
Was she like looking for you specifically, or did she just know there was a big bear and I want it?
I'm not sure how much she knew of what I was.
What are you?
I am one of the great beasts of the world. I am the Hibernator.
Actually, yeah. So out of character, I do. Would Ragnar? I mean, would Davis have any idea like what that means at all?
Out of character or in character?
Sorry, in character. Yeah, I guess I'm asking you, the DM. Would Davis have any idea what any of that means?
As all of you hear this, so y'all are more than welcome. It would be based on the discussion that he's had. So
Because it sounds like
beast
he's
that
like one of. He's trying to say he's one of the 11 or something, but I don't even know them very well.
yeah, no. So that's what I'm gonna say. Go ahead, because he's talking to everybody. I'm not gonna like distinguish who's what. Everyone but Ragnar. Excuse me. Go ahead and give me your choice and tell me what it is of either religion or history.
Oh no.
And it's perfectly okay to fail because this is not like a. Perfect. I love this. Yay.
28 history.
Nice.
28.
It's a bear.
Yeah,
All right.
it's a big
All right.
bear.
It's
Well,
a.
it's like, well, according to the Journal of Bears,
Yeah.
According to this
A
publicized.
hibernator specifically in this part of the world is referred to
on
as.
on page 27, paragraph 3, sentence 2,
Yeah, I would go. He's probably like down at the center. No, okay. None of this clicks with any of you. He's just. You guys are talking to a bear spirit.
Should I do for Karos actually? Actually, I should.
Hey, don't worry.
Okay. Okay.
Rock managed to at least so I can give the spiel. So, um,
I'm imagining the Hibernator. You know, you haven't heard of me? I'm kind of famous, guys.
yeah, right.
You serious?
Shades of early Davis, where it's like
Yeah.
you've heard of the Rebel Rousers, right? You remember?
Yeah.
You saw the show?
Right?
So,
Please say yes.
Just clap.
please. Okay. So he will say, I am, picking up where he says, I am the Hibernator. I am the beast that slumbers. I am, well, one of the protectors of the natural realm. I have always been, perhaps? I do not recall. But there are others in tale, in story, in legend. And as he's speaking of this rock, from where you are from, there is, as he's going on his story about, you know, a regional beast or beasts, tales of, you know, if he's talking about a large bear that was in the woods. You recall of stories from where you are of, you know, an enormous turtle that the reef is affixed to his shell, and he patrols the coast. While no one has ever truly seen him, the story and the legend is, you know, of the shifting corals is that it is all on his shell. Stuff like this. So that's where the familiarity and the story goes. The rock, you start recalling some other stories through your travels of woods that have always had, you know, a fox-like entity. And in fact, it kind of clicks to you that the foxwoods here, where you're at, are perhaps known for stories and tales of a playful fox that roams the woods, and that, you know, insert story here that up in Yinlara that there are ancient denizens of night that come out, you know, enormous bat that streaks across the night, uh, things like that, tales of beasts and stories. Specifically, the Hibernator, is it history? Yeah, you heard of a story, it's kind of akin to just like, you know, a children's lullaby or a child's tale, you know, of that. It kind of goes along that there is always going to, if you're ever lost in the woods, seek out a cave, or if you're lucky, you will find a sleeping beast that will allow you to rest the night until the day, till the sun emerges. Uh, with your ridiculously high roll and just your innate understanding of Arcana as well, I will give you some bonuses with the 28. He is, by all accounts, what you are seeing, dead in the physical, you know, understanding of it. However, you are directly talking with something that did not go to the maze. And with your exposure to the maze and your understanding of the maze, that means that he is either one, somehow tricked the system, or two, divinely kept here. While he himself is probably not one of the, you know, the 11, by all means, he's not. He is essentially a divine beast. He is a god beast, essentially. He is a protector of the Narrowscape. And he will continue with the tale. It's like, she was prepared, she brought those. She knew what she was getting if she were able to fell me. In fact, that creature made it a point to turn me into a chair and to eat my heart and my tongue.
Ugh.
It's cults believing the transfer of powers. I will say she was in a coma for a few months.
Because of
But
her eating your heart? Wow.
Potency, my friend. Potency. I am rest and recuperation. I am protection and nurturing. That is what I instill and embody. She sought to consume the powers of a god, like creature, to make herself more. Funny how that stuff doesn't actually work.
Hey, bear friend, Aragorn?
Yes, Aragorn.
Sorry. Arag, what was it? Aragos.
Your your friend, my brother, called me Aragros.
Or do you have another name?
The Hibernator?
That is a title. A divine. Strange to say that my divine purpose is to sleep. Anyways, you just got to have me this self-reflective moment.
What
I
about
am also,
Barry? Can we call you Barry?
frankly, a name is but a name. You may, if you wish, call me. Sure, but my first name that I recall was Kodiak.
That's pretty cool.
Kodiak, sir. I'm so sketchy. Zarya, is she a hag?
Indeed.
Hot
You know who
damn.
her hag? You know who her hag friends are?
Oh yeah, did she bring them in here? Like, could you see when you were a chair? Could you like spy on them?
Unfortunately, when she is nearby, she was able to restrict my capabilities. However, she would meet with two others that were her kin. They had the same putrid stench.
Yeah, there's like the rat and roach lady. What was the other? We don't know the other one.
Yeah, could you describe them for us? Did
Oh,
they ever say names?
again, when she was around, it was much more muffled. She kept me at bay.
Do you know anything about this harvest they keep talking about? Because they were talking about they'd already won, like the harvest is gonna happen. There's these like symbols all over town that's supposed to be like marking stuff. I'm just worried that somehow a lot of people are gonna die.
I believe your instincts are correct, Davis.
Yes. And thank you.
Yes, welcome. I honestly am limited. I know of plots and schemes, but I do not know of their nature. I know that there are three, and I know that they have, well, a plan. If you speak of a harvest, this sort of perhaps falls in line with, well, what the nature of a hag is. They seek to despoil, take, make into their own. Uh, Tell me, do you know what lands I currently reside in?
Yeah, you're under Green Hill. Do you know Green Hill? It's Cled, Run, any of this?
A perhaps a body of water or a
I'll Adam. I will tell him where we are because I know where the cave is. The cave is here. We are northwest of the cave, and any significant region like body of water that's around us. I'm not looking at the map right now. I'll tell him that it's here.
Well, I'll tell them but I mean, the only real body of water is the River Sly that runs through town here.
east of the Foxwood. Interesting. West of the
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
Foxwood.
think we're west.
West, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's south of Volpine, like east of Whitlaw, east of the Deep Root.
We are where? We are in the lands where their mother, was stripped of her.
Yeah, and
Oh,
then like those hills were formed or something.
interesting.
We have like some and all like or like Nuzzle. We have some like writings that we got from one of them about this, or where did we get this? The scrawlings. Is that in the hut? Like I'm actually asking Al.
The scrollings, one of them. One of them, yeah. Was it?
Isn't that what it talked about, like the Hagmother banishment or whatever, and the hills being formed?
Their matron definitely caused a great threat to this world. Manipulated and schemed and plotted. I believe you've at least picked up some of the story. And well, if we are indeed in the lands where she was plucked from this world, and you say a harvest,
Yeah, they kept saying that.
no. Your hunch of large scale death and destruction is likely justified by the nature of, as mentioned, the hags, who seek to claim in their own ways, which often involve the suffering and disposal of others.
Well, we have to stop that.
It would be the best. However, it comes to you as well. I still linger in the subtle realms. I am not able to return. All right, Rock, and anyone that has any history, arcana, history arcana, and religion, go ahead and give me that roll.
Yeah, as long as you're proficient.
Yes, as long as you're
Okay.
proficient.
Can I?
Al, yeah.
Oh wait, actually, Karos doesn't have any.
Nope. He's got a high
Yeah, that's
intelligence.
what I figured he did, but no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's more of your Sherlock Holmesy like guy.
I don't know the right time for this. Would I be able to tell anything with detect magic if he has any kind of or school? And would that help me at all with an Arcana check?
Okay, so the apparition that is before you, I mean, it. I would say like the School of Magic Al is kind of difficult for you to determine just because of what it is, but it is for the. I want to say probably the first time. I'm trying to go back. You definitely get this primordial raw thrum of just power from him. Maybe not associated with any type of school of magic, but just the fact that he's able to manifest some sort of spectral entity of himself after being vanquished is like, yeah, he's definitely magical and definitely powerful. So I don't think it actually helps you in any way with the detect magic, other than let you know, like, yeah, this guy's legit.
Primordial, that's pretty dope. Okay, okay.
So let's see, we got 24 with religion, 25. Okay, nice. And then Al, did you roll anything?
Got a net 20.
Oh wow,
Nice.
sweet. All right, so I'm not even gonna break it through the schools. I'm just gonna give it to this. So subtle realms, and this is says you're a bit less exposed to this, as you have not been there when they traversed the the maze. However, you had gone to the ethereal with them. The subtle realm is another quasi realm of reality. It is the domain of the dreamer, the dream catcher. It is the realm of, well, it's subtle. It's where those that go to sleep reside. Those that cannot be fully ripped from this existence, it is where they go and wait to be brought back.
So like local patrons and stuff, if they go dormant, they sleep there.
Yes, exactly. It is a inert. Well, it is inert for some. It is also, thanks to your religion, and actually religion was needed for this bit of information. Um, the Dreamcatcher, there are, you know, means of communication in dreams, both simple messaging, inflicting ailments via dream, and stuff like that. That is all done through the subtle realm. Every conscious entity is somewhat tied to the subtle, while it itself is not this grandiose, easy to understand and comprehend the impact of like a plane of fire or a plane of air, or the maze where the the souls go and stuff. The subtle realm is essentially where consciousness drifts. And also, because we'll just say, because of how all you realize, the Hibernator, he is not only the protector of his pocket of materia, he is also the protector and custodian of the subtle realm. He has a very strong connection to this place. So while here he's powerful, over there he might be like, God status.
I see.
Demigod here, full blown, obnoxiously powerful God over there. He'll just kind of smile. Everyone sleeps. Everyone rests. Well,
Actually,
Shagnar,
undead.
you realize you were akin to such a proud, noble warrior soul.
Kodiak, fair friend. Do you know a way for us to get to the ethereal plane? You know anything about the ethereal plane? You seem like you might.
or do you know how to pull someone out of it?
Or that, yeah.
Pull, not so much. Prevent from entering a plane? You could, well, anchor them to this one, perhaps.
Through what one?
How does one do that? That would be helpful.
Well, different means, but perhaps most immediate, yet not most effective, is to have something of theirs and to instill the intent of them not being able to separate themselves from it. In short, you make it that they physically cannot.
Hey, Jake, now you got her whip, right?
Yes.
Maybe we can do something with that.
we also, I kind of like swallow deeply. We have her trophies.
We got most of her stuff, frankly.
Although you already had her whip, and she had already used the stuff, and she still got away to the plane, so
Well,
she's not attached to any of it.
it needs to be. The anchor needs to be prepared, Rock. It is not the item itself, it is the intent upon it that keeps the individual from escaping or traversing.
Do you know how to prepare that? Do I know how to prepare that? I start flipping through my book.
Okay. Yeah, we will come back to that as you're flipping.
I'll say.
Mhm.
Well, no, go ahead if you had a continuing.
No, I was gonna say he'll kind of look at he'll shift his attention to Dregnar. He's like, "You have found good kinship, brother."
Hey, Kodiak. This may seem weird. Do you know of a frog who lives kind of nearby here?
Mm.
Pretty big guy. Seems like somebody you'd be hanging out with. Our friend Calisaur was like really good buddies with him, just kind of like you and Dregnar are good buddies.
Mm.
His name is Mothras.
I apologize. Well, I know of Mothras as he has slipped into the subtle realm.
Yeah, I think he
Yes.
maybe like took us there or something like that. He took us somewhere that like time worked differently there, I think. So it made me think of something like that.
Danny, you get an inspiration because you figured
Hey!
out where he went. You will say, "Well, he is not of my ilk. He was given the abilities to manifest a realm within the sun.
So he's not your friend, or you're just like,
He is not my kin. He is. Um, he came to being, if I understand, by many tormented souls given purpose
huh?
and form. He was. No, the form was given purpose and has sympathies from the one that they collective once uh, worshipped.
Okay.
So, not my ilk, though not a threat.
Yeah, no, he seemed like a good guy. He was helpful.
Mhm.
He had a list of things that Calisaur was talking about, but I don't remember much of them. Like,
Of this, I am not aware.
okay.
He was, if I understand, a form of seer, but
Yeah, we
I
were
don't.
like looking for an oracle when we went and found him, but it was the fake oracle, but maybe he was the real oracle. I don't know.
It would make sense that he would present himself as such.
Okay.
But of his visions and senses, I am unaware.
Not your deal. Got it.
No.
Forgive me if I bring up something traumatic, but when they took you, you sound like you went out not easily. Allow yourself to brag,
It's
because I'm keen. I'm keen to hear how many you took with you.
oh, uh, unfortunately, while not easy to take out, she did her preparations. The arrows that her lackeys implored managed to, well, cripple me heavily. A
No
dozen or so.
painted weaponry yet.
Yes, a dozen or so were sent to the maze, but unfortunately, the damage to the physical form was done, and they were able to collect what she wanted, not knowing what they were actually up against.
I finished flipping through my book, and since I heard Davis ask, they're like, "Hey, did you ever meet a nice old turtle lady named Beulah? I think it was Beulah. I don't have
Muna,
those books. Buna, yeah.
young
Or
rock.
or sorry, but or Tabaxi, whose name was Caden. He went missing. But then I found him in my book, which is weird. So he might be a spirit like you.
I know no Buna or Caden. However, keep searching. They will. They will be part of your life again.
I just smile at that and then like start wandering around all happy.
Gotcha.
Maybe whistling a song, smoking on my pipe. Just ecstatic.
The shift in mood. Appreciate it. All right. You will no while pleasantries are had in discussions, it is an effort to remain. So, brother, you are on the right path. You are more than just Dregnar Aidward. You are my brother, and you have always been my brother in this form and previous. It is for you to remember and discover who and what. But the subtle realm is your friend. And we'll go on a little break real quick because I gave a lot of information and I need y'all to possibly digest it. So it'll be like a 10-minute break real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Prep some stuff.